What's going on, y'all? It's your friendly neighborhood saver Roy Boy, man. You already know what I'm doing. I'm chilling. Bring y'all episode 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! 101. I know this has been a long time coming, but people stay rage quitting, man. I don't even know what it is. But I ain't here to talk about that. So right now, what I'm going to be teaching you in Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 is field advantage. And what I mean by field advantage, I mean having the upper hand over your opponent. That means you stay ahead of the game and know how to work your cards right. Now, you might remember this from my Yu-Gi-Oh! Update video. The gameplay, I mean. I couldn't find any suitable games throughout the ones I played, so I just went back into my files and just saw this one and said, let's use it. And this actually shows good field advantage right here. My opponent tries to attack me, and I block his attack. Not only that, I save my monster. Now, he's left with no monsters, being nearly defenseless. And the reason I'm saying nearly is because he has 3 spells and trap cards in the back. So what I do? I sacrifice that monster to get a bigger monster. Not only I'm getting the bigger field advantage, looks my boy, Sun Warning. He's a beast. Wasting his life points for no reason. Now, we're both stuck with the same field advantage. 2 spell cards, no monsters. So what I'm trying to think right now is, what is my opponent going to do? I got to be cautious and aware of everything. So I'm looking at his trap card and seeing what he's trying to do. Because right now, I don't have no monsters on the field, and neither do he. So, he sent one of his cards to the graveyard. Oh, I'm sorry, 2. And, for some reason, I already said this in my last video, but I just gotta keep repeating it every time I see this video. He has some obsession with this beetle. I don't know what it is, but he just uses it. And then he brings out Plague Spreader Zombie. Good card, by the way. Good card. Not hating it. So, me and my opponent basically are in the same situation. But I'm trying to see what he's trying to do right now. So he brings Plague Spreader Zombie back onto the field so he can form a Synchro Summon. So he goes into his extra deck and brings out a Synchro Monster, but he forgot to banish Plague Spreader Zombie because that's the effect. Well, the second half of the effect, sorry. So he brings out Gaia, the Force of the Earth, and I activate Bottomless so I can stop his monster. And look, Solemn Judgment. He's a beast. Like, he leads himself to his own downfall. So he attacks me, and I stop his card. This shows that I'm not trying to give him the field advantage over me so I can lose the duel. He's basically giving me the field advantage because not only I'm stopping his monsters, he's bringing his own life points down with him. Now, he left himself wide open. I got a monster in the field. I attacked him. Not only he lost the field advantage, he lost 2 cards in his graveyard. Monster cards in his graveyard. Because you never know, those cards might actually help him in the long run. So he has 1 card and he don't have much to think about. Now, next turn, I'm probably going to summon Kreebons to the field and probably perform a Synchro Summon. That's one of the possibilities I could think of. Or I could sacrifice Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, which is the card on the field, to bring out Caius. Now I use Affinity Mirage to bring back a card, as I can tell. Because if you don't read the card your opponent brings out, you don't know what his strategy is, and you never know. He might have pointed out something wrong. He might have made a mistake. But I looked at the effect, I checked it, and it actually turns out to be somewhat legit. So he sacrificed Affinity Beetle to get another one. Because you see, right here, I I still have the clear field advantage because none of his monsters' defense nor attack power is messing with my monster. So what is he doing? He's going on the defensive. He's scared. Not only his life points are down, he hasn't touched mine yet. And speaking of like not reading your cards, I actually misread this during the duel. I just gotta explain myself because most people don't watch these videos. Like I went back into my deck back and forth like an idiot when it's supposed to be my graveyard. Now, I admit that is my fault on my part. But as you can see, I totally misread my cards. I'm human, people. I make mistakes. Ain't no getting around that. So, I'm going to put down on Dragon level 10 and go back to my graveyard. Because right here, I point out my mistake. No, actually, he points out my mistake. Yeah, there you go. It's from your grave. And then I read that and I was like, oh, snap. So I went back, read my card. I was like, oh, I fault. So I said, thank you for pointing that out. See, I'm not an asshole when I play games. It's just a game. What am I going to get mad for? And look at this. I went back into my deck when you just said my graveyard. Dumb ass. I was like, alright. Went back and get my Arm Dragon level 5. But he can't attack this turn. So I sit here, take down his monsters one by one, so I can still have the field advantage over him. Now when his monster is destroyed, I remove his beetles, but I actually removed his tuner because he could reactivate that tuner. Like if you have Monster Reborn or Call the Haunted, you're going to easily put those down and bring back that tuner and Synchro Summon again. Now I still have the clear field advantage over him. I have 3 monsters on the field, he has 1 that spell or trap. So basically, to make a long story short, he couldn't beat me no matter what he did. So I just prepared for the final attack. It just ended game. Well, this is all I could tell you from a duelist standpoint. Next episode, I'm going to show you from a viewer standpoint. And look, he rage quits. Doesn't surprise me. Well, it's your friendly neighborhood suburb boy. I'm out.